I made a video around this time last year in 2023 titled My 2024 K-pop Predictions, which is what I want to go over with you today to see if I was right or wrong about all that happened this year. So my first prediction is ADOR is going to try and sabotage NewJeans in some way.
LISAN on GAIB!
So I was coming at this from the angle that HYBE and ADOR didn't want to have sole dependency on NewJeans and would limit their opportunities in favor of another group. Whether or not you think that is the situation at hand, I genuinely don't care anymore. While I do care for all the idols and groups who have been implicated in this dispute the past year, I have grown so apathetic to discussing it in any capacity. If you were here just a couple of months ago, you may have seen me effectively live tweeting my thoughts about what was going on. I stand by the conclusions I came to. I think I made 3 videos in total about this whole dispute, and all 3 times I finished the understanding by saying, no group deserves to be blamed for a dispute that they have no sway over and certainly did not cause. I maintain that position, but as far as social community discourse regarding the logistics of this dispute, I'm done. I think in situations like this, it is a defense mechanism to assume or pretend as if we know more about the K-pop industry than we actually do. If we act like we're above a situation like this, it won't affect us, but it's impossible not to be affected if you care about any group under HYBE labels. Claiming to know the full scope and quote reality of this situation and only using that knowledge to win stupid internet fights reveals just about how much we actually know about this dispute in isolation, which is next to nothing. I'm not going to pretend like I know about the K-pop industry. I never claimed that I did. I think we just passively shift into a weird supposition in order to avoid feeling completely hopeless about what's going on. It's not healthy, it's not productive, so we gotta move on. We gotta keep it pushing. Next prediction is Leah will not be returning to ITZY for a while. Thankfully, I was not right about this. I got a pretty bad feeling knowing the Born to Be album, which hadn't been released yet, was going to be entirely recorded without her, aside from her solo, but as we now know, Leah is back and those tracks have been re-recorded with her on them. So 10 out of 10 prediction in the sense that I am glad I was wrong about this. We have Leah back, thankfully. Next prediction, BabyMonster will re-debut with the member who left.
LISAN on GAIB!
I mean, yeah, kind of. I don't think Sheesh was ever labeled as a re-debut, but it behaves an awful lot like one with the 7-member version of Batter Up, so I would label this prediction as conditionally right. Next prediction is the foundation for the boy group revival will be built and emerge in 2025 with BTS coming back. I don't know what this means. If anything, this is a prediction for 2025. It's not really anything that can be measured right now, but I guess we'll know in 2025. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what I was going on about here. Sometimes I just say things. Next prediction is Twice will have a very successful comeback in 2-member solos. Kind of right, kind of wrong about this. Twice had 2 comebacks and 2-member solos. I speculated that the solos were going to be Chaeyoung and Chewy. I was right about Chewy.
LISAN on GAIB!
But did not expect Naevis to have a comeback. I will say, if Chaeyoung is the next person who debuts as a soloist, we will have to return to this and give it maybe a little more value in terms of my clairvoyance. Next prediction is Blackpink will have a comeback, but most likely just a digital single. Okay, so now is the part where we can start pointing and laughing at me. I was hopeful. But looking back in retrospect, I am very glad that the members have had the time to do their own thing. 2024 has been a great year to be a Blink. As much as I miss them as a group together, they have certainly earned the time to focus on themselves as artists. Hoping for a Blackpink comeback soon though. Next prediction is NMIXX will continue to alter the boundaries of MIXXPOP to make it even more experimental, but importantly, more flexible. Yeah, I would say this is conditionally right. NMIXX have certainly branched off into a more specific style with the Every 3 or 4 series, but they still remain pretty true to MIXXPOP and their lore, which I'm very surprised by, but also definitely grateful for. I think the value of NMIXX will appreciate over time if they remain consistent with their lore and soundscape. So kind of right, but we don't have the full scope of understanding that this is exactly what's going on. Next prediction is Naevis will have her AI solo debut, and aespa will use that to separate themselves a bit from the SM culture universe and have room to explore more concepts in the real world.
LISAN on GAIB!
Again, I would say this is conditionally right. Naevis did have a solo debut, and aespa seems to be taking more of a focus on the soundscape of their identity as opposed to whatever's going on in the SM culture universe, and I would say it's paying off insanely well for them. Yeah, I don't think I have any notes about this. We could have done without Naevis' solo debut in my opinion, but I digress. But yeah, those are my predictions for what happened this year in 2024. My clairvoyance in retrospect is insane. I'm kidding. A lot of my predictions were inferable based on what was going on. I would say the NewJeans one is the most unexpected out of the list, but again, I'm not gonna debate the semantics over that one. We can just say I was wrong about it and keep it pushing. We gotta keep it pushing. Thank you for watching this. If you did, let me know what you think about this. If you have any predictions for 2025, hopefully they're positive ones, given what has all happened this year. Yeah, thanks again for watching. Subscribe if you want to, and I will see you next time.